What happens when a quiet, measured guest suddenly finds himself caught in a tense live TV moment nobody in the studio expected? What happens when one question lands harder than anyone anticipated, and the atmosphere on set shifts in a way even the hosts can't immediately control? Make sure to subscribe to the Star Talks and like and comment for more talk show coverage. The cameras roll as the audience claps and the hosts settle into their seats. Please welcome Adam Driver. The crowd cheers loudly as Adam walks out with a polite smile, giving a small wave before taking his seat. He looks composed, relaxed, dressed simply, nodding as the applause fades. Whoopi Goldberg smiles first. "So, Adam, welcome back." Adam nods. "Thanks for having me." Joy Behar leans slightly toward him. "You know, every time you come on, people say the same thing." Adam raises an eyebrow. "What's that?" "That you somehow look uncomfortable while also looking completely calm." The audience laughs. Adam smiles politely. "I don't know if that's good or bad." Sunny Hostin jumps in. "No, seriously, you always look like you're thinking about 20 things at once." Adam laughs softly. "That's probably true." The conversation starts easy. Whoopi asks about his recent projects. "So tell us, what's life been like lately?" "Busy." Adam shrugs lightly. "Pretty busy. Mostly work. Trying to balance everything." "Do you enjoy press tours?" Alyssa Farah Griffin asks. Adam pauses for a second. "Honestly, I like conversations more than promotion." Whoopi nods. "That makes sense." So when people ask you the same question 50 times, Joy says, "Does it make you want to walk out?" The audience laughs again. Adam smiles. "No, I just try to answer differently each time." Sunny grins. "That sounds exhausting." "It can be." The audience settles as the discussion becomes more thoughtful. Whoopi folds her hands. "You've played intense characters for years. Heavy emotions, serious stories. Does that affect who you are when the cameras stop?" Adam thinks before speaking. "I try not to let it. I think acting becomes dangerous if you stop separating yourself from the work." "So no staying in character?" Sarah Haynes asks. "Not really." Joy immediately reacts. "Oh, come on. I refuse to believe that." Laughter spreads across the studio. "You're telling me if you're playing somebody angry all day, you don't bring it home?" Adam smiles. "I mean, maybe I'm quieter." Sunny leans in. "Quieter?" Adam nods. "Sometimes you process things differently." Whoopi watches him carefully. "You strike me as someone who doesn't love talking about feelings." The audience gives an interested murmur. Adam smiles awkwardly. "That obvious?" Whoopi laughs. "A little." Joy jumps in. "You look like if someone asked, 'How are you feeling?' you'd immediately leave the room." Big laughter. Adam shakes his head, laughing now. "That's unfair." "Is it?" Joy asks. The audience reacts again. Adam leans back slightly. "No, probably not." For the next few minutes, the energy stays warm. They discuss acting, privacy, public expectations, and fame. Sunny says, "You've stayed pretty private compared to most actors." Adam nods slowly. "I think some things should stay yours." Whoopi looks interested. "That's hard now." "Yeah," Adam says quietly. "Everything feels public." "So do interviews make that difficult?" Sarah asks. "They can." "What's the hardest part?" Alyssa asks. Adam pauses. "The assumption that people know you." The room gets quieter. He continues carefully. "People see interviews and think they understand your personality or what you think or what matters to you." Whoopi nods. "That's fair." "And sometimes," Adam says, "you just don't want to explain yourself all the time." There's a small pause. Not uncomfortable. Just thoughtful. Whoopi watches him closely. "But isn't that the job?" The audience shifts slightly. Adam looks over. "What do you mean?" Whoopi sits forward. "Well, when you become successful, when people support your work, buy tickets, show up, don't you owe people openness?" The room changes a little. Not dramatic. Just different. Adam shifts in his chair. "I think you owe respect." Whoopi tilts her head. "But not openness?" Adam chooses his words carefully. "I think privacy and respect can exist at the same time." Sunny jumps in quickly. "That's interesting though, because fans do feel connected." Adam nods. "I understand that. But," Sunny continues, "some people would say celebrities benefit from public attention when it helps them and then reject it when it becomes uncomfortable." A few audience members react with soft, "oh" sounds. Adam pauses. Not defensive. Thinking. "Well," he smiles politely. "I think there's a difference between sharing work and sharing yourself." Whoopi interrupts gently. but audiences connect to people. They do, Adam says. And when people feel invested, Whoopi says they want honesty. Adam nods again. I get that. The conversation still feels respectful. But slower now. More careful. Joy notices it. Oh boy, she says jokingly, looking around the table. We're getting serious. Laughter breaks some of the tension. Whoopi smiles. No, because I'm curious. She turns back toward Adam. You seem guarded. The audience quiets. Adam blinks once. A tiny pause. Not long, but noticeable. Okay, he says carefully. Whoopi continues. I mean that respectfully. I understand. Do you think people misunderstand you because of that? Adam shifts in his chair again. Probably. Does that bother you? He exhales slightly. Sometimes. Sunny jumps back in. Because people have opinions online all the time. Oh, constantly, Joy says. Everyone's suddenly a therapist, Sunny jokes. The audience laughs. Adam smiles faintly. That part is strange. Whoopi studies him again. You seem uncomfortable right now. A ripple moves through the audience. Adam pauses. Longer this time. He glances down briefly. Then back up. Not uncomfortable. Really? Whoopi asks. A soft, nervous laugh escapes the audience. Adam smiles politely. I'm thinking. Whoopi keeps eye contact. About. There's a pause. A real one. Not dramatic. Not theatrical. Just quiet. Adam opens his mouth slightly. Stops. Looks toward the table. Back at Whoopi. The audience suddenly feels very still. Sunny shifts in her seat. Joy glances sideways. Even Sarah looks uncertain. Adam finally speaks. I think. He stops again. And for the first time since sitting down, he seems unsure of where to go next. The audience notices immediately. Whoopi doesn't interrupt. Nobody does. Adam gives a quick, restrained smile. I think live conversations are strange sometimes. A few nervous laughs. Whoopi tilts her head. How so? Adam nods slowly. Because sometimes you're trying to answer honestly while also figuring out what somebody's really asking. The audience reacts softly. Not loud. Interested. Whoopi raises an eyebrow. And what do you think I'm asking? Adam freezes for a second. A noticeable one. Not theatrical. Just silence. The room suddenly feels tighter. The audience waits. Joy glances toward Sunny. Sunny looks back at Adam. Whoopi stays calm, watching him carefully. Adam shifts in his chair again, folds his hands for a second, then unfolds them. His polite smile fades just a little. Well, he pauses. I'm trying to figure that out. The audience lets out a collective murmur as the tension quietly settles over the table. The audience murmurs softly before the room settles into an uneasy quiet. Whoopi keeps her expression calm. That's fair, she says. So figure it out with me. A few people in the audience laugh nervously. Adam gives a restrained smile, though it doesn't fully land. I mean, he says carefully, sometimes questions aren't really questions. Sunny glances toward Whoopi. What do you mean by that? She asks. Adam shifts slightly in his chair. Sometimes people already have an idea of what the answer should be. The room reacts again. Not loud. Just enough. Whoopi leans back a little. You think that's what I'm doing? Adam pauses. I don't know. The honesty lands strangely. Whoopi nods once. That's interesting. Joy jumps in immediately. No, because now I'm curious too. Laughter breaks the tension for a moment. Joy points between them jokingly. Are we fighting? More laughter. Adam smiles faintly. No. Whoopi smiles too, but keeps going. You know why I asked, she says. Because you seem careful. Adam nods slowly. I am. Why? A brief silence. Adam looks toward the audience for a second before back at the table. I think people mistake caution for distance. Sunny tilts her head. Okay, explain that. Adam takes a breath. You can care about conversation without wanting to expose every private thought. The audience claps lightly. Whoopi notices. But nobody asked for every thought. Adam nods. True. So why does it feel, Whoopi asks carefully, like you're protecting yourself? The question hangs there. Not aggressive, but direct. Adam looks down briefly. Then back up. I probably am. The audience quiets. Whoopi watches him. From what? Another pause. Longer. Adam gives a short laugh through his nose. This is becoming therapy. Big audience laughter. Even Joy leans back laughing. Girl, welcome to daytime television. The mood loosens for a second. But only a second. Whoopi smiles. No, seriously. Adam rubs his hands together lightly. I think when you work publicly long enough, people start deciding who you are. Sunny nods. That happens. And after a while, Adam continues, you either spend all your time correcting people or you stop trying. A few audience members clap again. Sunny jumps in. But doesn't silence let people create their own narrative? Adam looks over. Sometimes. So why stay silent? Sunny asks. Because explaining yourself constantly can feel exhausting. The audience hums softly in agreement. Whoopi folds her hands. You know what's interesting? Adam looks toward her. You say privacy matters, but your work is emotional. People watch you cry, break down, fall apart on screen. Adam nods. Sure. So viewers feel like they know you. He smiles politely. I understand why. But then, Whoopi says, you come somewhere like this and suddenly there's a wall. The audience makes that small collective reaction again. Adam pauses. His smile fades slightly. Not angry, just thoughtful. I don't know if it's a wall. What is it then? Whoopi asks. He hesitates. Boundaries. Sunny quietly says, that's fair. But Whoopi isn't finished. You know what people might hear, though? Adam waits. They might hear distance. Another pause. Adam's fingers tap lightly together. You might be right. The audience shifts. Even Joy looks surprised at the answer. Whoopi nods slowly. So that doesn't bother you? Adam thinks. It bothers me if people think I don't care. Do you? Whoopi asks. Yes. The answer comes quickly. Faster than anything else he's said. The room softens slightly. Whoopi notices it too. You care about what? Adam exhales. The work. People showing up. Conversations. Respect. Sunny leans in. But emotionally, Adam laughs once. There it is. Audience laughter. No, seriously, Sunny says. Emotionally. Adam looks between them. Then gives a small shrug. I'm private. Joy jumps in immediately. That is the most Adam Driver answer imaginable. The audience laughs loudly. Adam smiles. Probably. But Whoopi returns to it. You froze for a second earlier. The audience gets quiet again. Adam looks at her. Did I? Yes. A strange silence follows. Not hostile. Just exposed. Whoopi gestures gently. You look like you stopped talking mid-thought. Adam exhales through his nose. I was thinking. Or uncomfortable? Whoopi asks. The audience reacts again. Sunny looks toward Whoopi briefly, almost surprised at how direct she's being. Adam sits still for a second. A real second. Long enough for people to notice. Then he answers. Can I be honest? Whoopi nods immediately. Please. Adam shifts forward slightly. I think sometimes interviews become assumptions. Nobody interrupts. The room is very still. He continues carefully. Like if I pause too long, suddenly I'm uncomfortable. Nobody laughs. Nobody claps. Everyone's listening. If I don't overshare, Adam says, then I'm guarded. Sunny watches closely. If I'm quiet, he adds, then something must be wrong. Whoopi listens without interrupting. Adam pauses again, then smiles faintly. And now I sound defensive. A few audience laughs break the tension. No, Sarah says quickly. You sound honest. Adam nods politely. Thanks. Whoopi leans in slightly. But let me challenge you. The audience reacts instantly. Oh. Whoopi raises a hand. No, listen. Adam nods. Okay. You came onto a talk show. Yes. A place built around conversation. Yes. So isn't part of that vulnerability? Adam thinks. It depends. On what? What vulnerability means. Sunny looks interested now. That's good, she says. What does it mean to you? Adam pauses. The silence stretches. Not awkward exactly. Just careful. Then he says quietly, I don't think vulnerability means giving strangers access to everything. The audience claps. Louder this time. Whoopi lets the applause settle. But nobody asked for everything. Adam nods. I know. Then what are you afraid happens? The room goes still again. This one lands differently. Joy looks over immediately. Sunny glances at Adam. Even the audience quiets. Adam blinks once. Looks down. Back up. His expression changes. Not dramatic, but tighter. Like he's suddenly more aware of the cameras. He opens his mouth. Stops. Looks toward Whoopi. And for several seconds. Nothing. A real silence. Long enough to feel strange on daytime television. Someone in the audience laughs nervously. Joy shifts in her seat. Whoopi stays completely still. Adam finally speaks, quieter than before. I don't think fear is the word. Whoopi waits. Adam folds his hands together, then unfolds them again. He looks toward the audience for a second, then back. I think. Another pause. This time longer. And suddenly, for the first time all segment, Adam seems completely stuck between answering honestly and saying nothing at all. The audience can feel it. Nobody interrupts. Nobody moves. And Sunny finally breaks the silence. Adam. Adam blinks once, like he's been pulled back into the room. Yeah, he says quietly. Sunny gives him an easy smile. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. The audience murmurs softly. Adam nods. No, he exhales. I'm trying to answer carefully. Whoopi leans back slightly. And that's okay. The tension eases just enough for people to breathe again. Joy jumps in. You know what this feels like? She says, throwing her hands up dramatically. Like we accidentally wandered into a philosophy class. Laughter spreads across the studio. Adam smiles, grateful for the break. Maybe. No, because now I'm invested, Joy continues. What is vulnerability? Who are we? What are feelings? More laughter. Even Whoopi laughs. Joy, stop. I'm serious, Joy says. He's got us questioning existence at 10 in the morning. Adam laughs softly, finally relaxing his shoulders a little. Sunny smiles. Okay, let me ask this differently. Adam nods. When people misunderstand you, does it hurt? The room settles again. Adam thinks. Sometimes. Why? Sunny asks. He pauses. Because people become very certain. Certain of what? Sarah asks gently. Of your intentions. The audience quiets again. Adam continues carefully. You can say one thing and suddenly people think they know what kind of person you are. Whoopi nods. That's real. And the internet, Adam says with a small laugh, is not exactly patient. The audience laughs knowingly. Joy immediately jumps in. Oh no. Everybody online graduated from the University of Overreacting. Big laughter. Sunny shakes her head smiling. She's not wrong. Adam smiles briefly, then looks down for a second. But honestly, he says, quieter now, sometimes it's less the internet and more conversations. Whoopi notices the shift immediately. What kind of conversations? Adam hesitates. Ones where people decide something about you before you finish speaking. The room grows still again. Not explosive. Just attentive. Whoopi looks at him carefully. You mean here? A small ripple goes through the audience. Adam doesn't answer immediately. And that silence says enough. Joy's eyes widen slightly. Oh! Sunny shifts in her chair. Sarah glances between them. Whoopi stays composed. No, I'm asking seriously. Adam nods slowly. I know. So answer seriously. The audience goes quiet. Adam rubs his hands together lightly. I think. He pauses. I think sometimes there's pressure to fit into an expectation. What expectation? Sunny asks. That you explain yourself perfectly. Whoopi responds quickly. Or maybe that you just explain yourself. Adam looks over at her. That too. Whoopi folds her hands. Do you think I'm being unfair? Adam pauses. The audience practically stops breathing. Not because voices are raised, but because nobody knows where this is going. He finally answers carefully. No. Whoopi raises an eyebrow slightly. But, Adam gives a restrained smile. But I think maybe we're talking about two different things. Explain. Adam nods. You're asking for openness. Yes. And I'm trying to explain limits. The audience murmurs. Sunny quietly says, that actually makes sense. Whoopi tilts her head. But openness and limits can exist together. They can, Adam agrees. But sometimes live TV makes that harder. That lands. Not confrontational. Honest. Whoopi nods once. Fair. Joy jumps in again. You know what's funny? I actually get this. Everyone turns toward her. Joy points at herself dramatically. Yes, me. Audience laughter. No, seriously, she says. People think because you talk for a living, they deserve every opinion, every feeling, every personal detail. Sunny nods. That's true. And sometimes, Joy says, you just want to go home. The audience applauds lightly. Adam laughs softly. Exactly. Whoopi looks toward Joy, then back at Adam. Okay, but here's where I'm pushing. Adam nods. Go ahead. You froze earlier. The audience reacts again. Not loudly. Just enough. Whoopi gestures calmly. I'm not trying to embarrass you. I know. But I noticed something changed. Adam sits still. Whoopi continues. You were talking comfortably. Then suddenly you stopped. Adam looks toward the audience briefly. Then back. Because I was thinking. Thinking what? Another pause. Adam smiles once, though this one looks tired. That I didn't know if we were still having a conversation or if I was defending myself. The audience reacts immediately. A louder murmur this time. Sunny leans back. Joy goes, oof. Sarah looks surprised. Whoopi stays calm. That's important. Adam nods. I'm not saying that negatively. But you felt it, Whoopi says. Yes. The room goes quiet. Whoopi folds her hands tighter. Can I tell you what I think happened? Adam nods slowly. Sure. I think I was challenging you. Yes. And I think you got uncomfortable with being challenged. A ripple moves through the audience. Adam pauses. Long pause. Then shakes his head slightly. No. Whoopi raises an eyebrow. No. Adam exhales. I don't mind being challenged. Then what? He hesitates again. The audience waits. This pause feels different. Less frozen. More deliberate. Adam finally says, I think I got uncomfortable feeling interpreted in real time. Silence. Then soft audience applause. Sunny nods immediately. Oh, Sarah nods too. That makes sense. Whoopi watches him carefully. Meaning? Adam leans forward slightly. Like. He searches for words. If I pause, somebody says I'm nervous. Nobody interrupts. If I think too long, I'm uncomfortable. Still quiet. If I answer carefully, I'm guarded. The audience murmurs. And suddenly, Adam says, I stop thinking about the question and start thinking about how I'm being read. That lands hard. Even Joy sits back. Whoopi stays quiet for a second, then nods slowly. That's fair. The audience claps softly. Not explosive. Thoughtful. Whoopi speaks again. And for the record, Adam looks at her. I wasn't trying to trap you. He nods once. I know. But maybe, she says carefully, I pushed harder than I realized. The audience murmurs again. Sunny looks surprised. Joy whistles jokingly. Whoa. Growth. Laughter breaks the tension. Whoopi laughs too. Oh, hush. Adam smiles genuinely for the first time in a while. No, I appreciate that. Then Joy suddenly leans in. Okay, but now I gotta ask the audience question. Adam laughs. That sounds dangerous. Oh, it is. Big laughter. Joy points dramatically. Do people misunderstand Adam Driver because he's private? She pauses theatrically. Or is he just impossible to read? The audience erupts, some clapping, some laughing, a few shouting playful answers. Adam covers his face briefly with one hand, laughing despite himself. And for the first time since the conversation turned tense, the room finally feels like it can breathe again. Adam lowers his hand from his face, still laughing a little. That feels unfair, he says. Joy points immediately. See? Impossible to read. The audience bursts into laughter again. Whoopi shakes her head, smiling. No. I actually think what he's saying makes sense. Sunny nods. Yeah, I do too. Sarah leans forward. I think a lot of people probably relate to this. Adam looks over. How? Sarah shrugs. Feeling misunderstood. The audience murmurs softly. Seriously, she continues. You pause too long, people assume something. You explain yourself badly one day, suddenly people think they know who you are. Adam nods slowly. That's probably true for everybody. Whoopi looks toward the audience. How many people here feel misunderstood sometimes? Hands go up immediately. A few people cheer. The audience claps. Joy points dramatically. Look at that. Suddenly we're group therapy. Laughter spreads through the studio. Adam shakes his head, smiling more naturally now. You know, this is weirdly comforting. Sunny laughs. Oh, now he likes the conversation. Careful, Adam jokes. Don't push it. Big audience laughter. Even Whoopi laughs harder at that. Okay, she says, still smiling. Fair enough. There's a noticeable shift now. The tension hasn't disappeared completely, but it feels softer, human, less like disagreement, and more like people figuring each other out. Whoopi folds her hands again. Can I ask something before we move on? Adam nods. Sure. When you froze earlier, the audience reacts playfully. Oh, Whoopi laughs. No, listen. Adam smiles. Okay, what was actually going through your head? Adam exhales through his nose and leans back slightly. Honestly, yeah. He pauses. But this one feels different. Relaxed. controlled. I think I suddenly became really aware that millions of people are watching. The audience laughs knowingly. And Adam smiles. And I didn't want to say something I couldn't explain well. Whoopi nods. That makes sense. Sunny adds quietly. That actually feels very human. Adam shrugs. I'm not great at instant answers. Joy jumps in immediately. Meanwhile, I answer before I've even had the thought. Huge laughter. That explains so much, Sunny jokes. The audience erupts again. Adam laughs harder now. The energy keeps lifting. Whoopi turns slightly toward him. You know what I appreciate? What? You stayed in it. Adam looks confused for a second. What do you mean? You could have shut down. The room quiets again, but warmly this time. You could have stopped talking, Whoopi says. Or given polite answers and waited for the segment to end. Adam thinks for a second. Maybe. But you stayed. He nods slowly. I mean, you were asking real questions. Whoopi smiles. And you gave real answers. The audience applauds. Not loud, but warm. Adam looks slightly embarrassed by the attention. Thanks. Joy suddenly gestures around the table. Can we just acknowledge we accidentally turned a celebrity interview into emotional mediation? The audience laughs again. Sunny shakes her head, smiling. This really did take a turn. Sarah laughs. In the best way. A producer's voice faintly signals from off camera. Whoopi glances briefly. We've got about a minute. Joy points at Adam. Perfect. Final question. Adam laughs nervously. That sentence never ends well. Big laughter. Joy leans in. Do you care what people think about you? The audience quiets one last time. Adam takes a second. A little. Joy nods dramatically. Uh-huh. Laughter. Adam smiles. No, I mean, of course. Everybody does. Then he pauses. But I care more if people misunderstand intention. Sunny nods immediately. That's a good distinction. Adam continues. I don't expect everybody to like me. The audience murmurs softly. But I do hope people try to understand before deciding who somebody is. That line lands quietly. The audience applauds again. Whoopi nods. That's fair. Then, after a brief pause, she says something softer. And for what it's worth. Adam looks over. I hear what you were saying. He nods once. And I hear what you were asking, he replies. A few audience members clap louder at that. Joy pretends to wipe tears. Look at us healing. Laughter fills the room again. Whoopi smiles toward the audience. Adam Driver, everybody. The audience erupts into applause as Adam stands, shakes hands around the table, and exchanges one last quick laugh with Joy before walking off stage. As the cameras cut to commercial, the energy backstage feels noticeably different from the tension earlier. Crew members quietly replay moments from the discussion. Some talk about the long pause. Others about how unexpectedly personal the conversation became. Adam reportedly spends a few minutes near the side of the set speaking briefly with producers before heading backstage, calm and composed. Whoopi is seen chatting casually with Sunny between segments, the mood no longer tense, more reflective. By the time the episode airs online, clips begin circulating almost immediately. Social media splits into reactions. Some viewers post that Adam looked overwhelmed during the tougher questions, arguing that the moment felt too personal for daytime television. Others praise the exchange, saying it felt rare to watch a celebrity resist polished answers and actually struggle through a real conversation. Some viewers defend Whoopi, arguing she asked fair questions and challenged him respectfully. Others side with Adam, saying his pauses were misunderstood from the beginning. One thing nearly everybody agrees on: the silence became the moment people couldn't stop talking about. Comments flood in. Was Adam uncomfortable or just thoughtful? Whoopi pushed too hard. No, this was one of the realest interviews I've seen. He handled that with so much honesty. Why did this feel awkward and relatable at the same time? Even entertainment pages begin debating whether the moment was tense, revealing, or simply refreshingly human. And as clips continue spreading, one thing becomes clear. People aren't talking about drama as much as they're talking about the conversation itself. The pauses, the honesty, the discomfort, the misunderstanding, and the rare feeling that live television briefly stopped feeling scripted. So what do you think? Did Adam Driver freeze under pressure, or was he simply trying to answer honestly in a difficult live moment? Share your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the Star Talks for more real talk show stories.